Hello everyone, welcome to MathNotes. This is my YouTube channel and this is my latest video about the first aid technique. Now the basic purpose of making this video is to let you guys some awareness about basic life-saving techniques. As, at the end of this video, I guarantee you that we will have a lot of information and that how we can help people in the case of crisis. In the lives of many people around us, there comes a time when we see a crisis in front of us, an incident, somebody fell from a height, an electric shock or a crisis, and many of us, we are not aware of how to respond to that situation. If we are equipped with some of the basic life-saving techniques, with some of the basic first aid techniques, we will be able to save a life or a permanent disability. So, as mentioned, one day it may be you who has the opportunity to save a life or to help someone make a quick recovery. So, let us talk about the basic things here. ABC, the ABC of the first aid. Let's check the airway, check breathing, check the circulation. Now, how to check the airway? Check it for anatomical obstruction, solid obstruction, or a liquid obstruction. Okay, you should check due to clear the airway. Okay, now the tilt chin method. To open the airway, head, tilt, chin, left. You need to tilt the head of the person, and this what you can see here, so that you clear the airway. The important thing is here is that you make sure there is no suspended neck or spinal injury, because in this way, lying in this position may damage it further. Okay. Next thing is the LLF method. We accept the presence of breathing. We look, we listen, and we feel. Look at the chest side when the person is breathing, listen to his breath, and feel by putting your ear in front of, close to the mouth of the patient. Okay? The next thing is the breathing. In the ABC, the next thing is breathing. You can see the person is breathing or not. You can give them two breaths, mouth to nose and mouth to stomach, and mouth to mouth. The next thing is circulation. You need to check the presence of pulse. That is by doing this, by clearing the airway, by giving them the breath. Is there any pulse? You can feel it, and you should feel it for 10 seconds. If there is no pulse, then you will go for CPR. Now CPR is a very famous thing. It's known as called the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Now, what is CPR and how you do it? You place patient on a firm, flat surface. Then you need to do the chest compression. It should be in the middle of the chair. It's proper speed, proper depth, and proper position. Place system head slightly lower than the body. There should not be any pillow behind. And the next is first of all, you give two breaths lasting 1.5 to 2 seconds. Then you start compression, and the compression depth should be 4 to 5 centimeters, and compression rate is 100 times a minute. Means you need to be very quick on it. In 1 minute you need to do it 100 times. This should be very quick. Okay, so two hands of an adult for the CPR. Adult should be up to 30. One should be doing the CPR, this first aid technique, and the second should be available to call from the ambulance or an emergency or anything. Now, once you're doing the CPR, does the chest rise and fall? That you have a second person or assist you, ask him, request him to check the pulse when you give the compression, that you are feeling for it or not. Usually, the CPR you need to give in the case of the injury with the rib fracture and other serious injuries related to liver, lung, when the person immediately stops breathing. Then if you think and if you feel that the person starts breathing, you can need to place it in the prone places in the recovery position. This is the recovery position on the right side, the way you sleep or something. So just as a reminder, step 1, 2, and 3. Step 1 is LLF, look, listen, and feel when we talk about ABC. And the step 2 is give to breathe, mouth to mouth, or to a mouth. And the third step is the 30 compression of the CPR. Okay. Then, always remember, a patient has a period of 4 to 6 minutes to be resuscitated through the by the brain damage. If the brain is damaged, then maybe you take him to the hospital. Physically he will survive, but but mentally he will not be fit. Imagine live a life without a biological life. So biological death is after 8 to 10 minutes the brain cell begin to die. It means it's a biological death. It cannot be reversed. At this moment, I would like to quote one very good example. Around 5 to 7 years back, I read it in a newspaper. There was a massive campaign in the United States of America regarding the CPR awareness among it. They conducted this campaign in the schools, in colleges, in offices, industries, even at the home, in the housing accommodation, giving people awareness of the CPR. So because of that campaign and the result of that campaign, in 1 year, they survived almost 70% of the life. The people who immediately suffered from a heart attack, from a cardiac arrest in the roads, in the mall, in the shopping mall or offices or at home, the people had the knowledge of the CPR, they immediately gave the first aid technique and the patient was survived. He could be able to reach to the hospital. So imagine in 1 year, 70% of the death was recovered or avoided. So this is the benefit of it. Now one more thing, a very common thing is choking. This happens always with the kids and with the adults as well, everywhere in the offices of their home. So this is a universal choking sign. The person will not be able to speak because his throat is blocked. You see, the food, a small object can caught in the throat. They block the airway, they're cutting oxygen supply to the lungs and brain. They may always remember, choking person has no air exchange and cannot speak or cough. So you will have to identify with this thought. So this is the position how you can help us. Stand behind the victim, one leg between the victim's legs, head to one side. Step 2 is the making fist with one hand, thumb side into the victim's abdomen and press it. Okay. Similarly, you can say that you grasp with the other hand, thrust inward and upward. Thrust inward and upward. And similarly, we can say this if you are doing it for the pregnant victim, you can use this technique. The next one is how to do it with the kids. You can see that how you can position with the kids, how you can place it. They place one fist just above the child's level with the thumb side pressing the abdomen. And then for the infant, similarly, this position here, you have to do it in the similar way as is shown here. And the 5 chest thrust, check mouth for expelled object, repeat back slap and chest thrust as necessary. Okay, so here we will try to summarize what we discussed today in the conclusion. First of all, with the ABC, if you see an unconscious person, you do the ABC, you do the airway, you check the breathing, you check the pulse, and then you start with CPR technology, and in this way you will reach the accident to save somebody's life, and then you can help with the choking. As we discussed, you can save life, you can prevent permanent disability, you can prevent injury for getting worse, and you will have no regret life. Thank you very much once again for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and share if you really think that it helped you. And one more important thing is that you share it with your family. Please watch it together with your family. If you are not away at home, you are in the office or at your business or somewhere out of city, if your family is at home, they are stuck with some situation or a crisis, they know how to do the basic first aid technique. Like the other videos on the YouTube and get knowledge about the basic first aid technique. Thank you very much.